Nigeria's fintech industry has grown significantly in recent years, with innovative startups cropping up left and right. The country has become a hub for financial technology innovation. The widespread use of mobile phones and other digital services which has made it easier for more Nigerians to access financial services online, is one of the primary reasons for this fintech growth. According to reports, Nigeria recorded over 86% growth in digital transaction in the first half of 2023, a development that is said to have deepened the country's level of financial inclusion. To give us more insight into this development, I'm now being joined live virtually by the Chief Technology Officer of Remita, Mujid Ishola. He joins me now in Lagos. Good morning, sir. Many thanks for being a part of the show. If you can hear me clearly now, I'd like to start off this conversation by asking you this question. The Nigerian fintech industry has experienced tremendous growth and advancement in recent years. What trends, what various trends and opportunities emerging will you say is the rationale behind this development? Okay,
the technology itself, it's what is bringing about this evolution in the payment space. Is one of the things driving this. And then you also note that for a very long time now, Nigeria has been actually leading in fintech and in the payment space in terms of innovation. And that only gave the opportunity for people to be trained, and that training has brought about the export of that talent across the world. So aside from that, the access to the internet is also growing, access to phones, and also some of the recent happenings has also helped that, whether we like it or not. The cash situations we had a few months back also helped bring a lot more people on stream as it relates to the payment space.
All right, let's look at another trend in the fintech space, which is popularly known as artificial intelligence, AI, gaining momentum, and machine learning as well in financial service. Can you share with us some of the impact AI is having in its contribution to the growth of fintech services in Nigeria?
Okay, so there's always a good, bad, and ugly when it comes to technology, right? Machine learning itself, not new, but the new technology, the new hardware, and the technology.
All right, we're trying to get the connection right with our guests.
In how we handle customers.
Go ahead with your submission.
Yeah, details, and how we handle customers is changing. How we do fraud prevention is changing. And, the ugly part as well is people are now also using artificial intelligence to perpetrate illegal activities as well. So like I said, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Okay, so let's talk about the surge in the number of startups in the country. It's alarming, okay? And now, with all of this, we find out that financial inclusion rate in Nigeria is still low. Despite the growth of fintech companies in the country, we still find out that these companies are not living up to the challenge of bridging the gap in financial inclusion. What do you have to say about this?
Okay, I would rephrase what has been said to say that they're doing the best in servicing the market which they've chosen. Look, fintech space is huge, right? And everybody coming on stream is picking their target audience to, satisfy them. Now, what is happening isn't so much financial inclusion, it's about economic inclusion. Let me leave the economic inclusion to one side. So financial inclusion is actually improving moving, especially if you look at what we do and what we've done with the e-naira, for instance. We've made it easier for the unbanked to come on stream onto, owning accounts with just your phone number and your name. With a few clicks, you're there, or using the USSD. So the infrastructure is getting better. Yes, it wasn't there. If you think about the sector we're calling the unbanked, I think is a thing of infrastructure catching up, and then the opportunity to give this set of people the product that meets them where they are. Right. I think more importantly, that's what needs to be sorted. And Nigeria has over 200 million people, right? You can't have a one solution that meets everybody's needs.
All right. What's it trying to establish connection there with Mujib, who is giving us some insight into the role fintechs are playing in boosting or bridging the gap in financial inclusion in the country. Mujib, are you there now?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead. The network seems to be playing a fast tone on us, but you can go ahead with your submission.
Exactly part of what I was saying about the infrastructure. So the infrastructure is getting better, and the infrastructure needs to meet people where they are. If you look at the places where this set of people are, the infrastructure is not great yet. It's still coming up. Like I was saying, if you think about what you're using the likes of INA, make it easy. Importantly, do something with that account that makes them financially and economically included. There's no point owning an account if you can't do anything with it. The point of owning an account, right, is to carry out economic activities. So aside from being financially included, the other side to look at is economic inclusion, which is where fintechs and banks and everybody in the ecosystem are changing things.
Okay, let's talk about the growth in Nigerian instant payment system in the country. How would you assess the development in that space vis-a-vis the Naira crunch issue experienced by Nigerians in the first quarter of this year?
Okay, according to statistics, right, the figures have jumped up 4-5% fold from last year, and the cash situations helped. So from my point of view, from the hectic situation of the time, is actually a blessing, right? If you think about it, it has brought forth, right, our infrastructure needs and challenges and where we need to improve on. And for me, that is something that needs to happen and keep happening. A lot of systems are currently undergoing upgrades right now. It means that people can experience faster, safer, cheaper transaction. So all that came from that situation, right? So it would only get better as we improve on the infrastructure as a whole. Also, if you think about the policies that are backing e-payment transactions now, they're getting better. There's a lot more collaboration in the ecosystem, and I mean genuine collaboration, right, in the ecosystem to make sure seamless, safe, and cheaper transactions are happening.